like the canonical example is if you're trying to do a DeFi transaction and there's an NFT mint going on simultaneously on an EVM, you're not going to be able to get your transaction through, or the gas is
Yeah,
going to be 10 to 100x more, and you have no control over that execution and pricing environment. And so, if it was a modular network, you'd be able to customize its designs that way you don't have sort of deteriorated performance under certain conditions. It's like the canonical example that as soon as anyone who's been in crypto like understands that, it's like, oh, I see the value here immediately of why that's beneficial. So I guess Vlad, what would you want to add to that as you're looking at companies from an investment lens? What have you seen companies looking to build modular, and what are the types of companies that you feel lend themselves well to a modular stack versus a monolithic stack?
sure. I guess to maybe just state it again. I feel like for us, the one thing which always made sense the most is we were starting based on, okay, we think rollups are the new design path for many of the new chains. We don't think that applications developers want to mess around with building consensus on their own. And then we basically come to the point that we especially see for actually a Solana thesis in terms of improving latency. That especially for finance applications, something like a modular stack makes a ton of sense. In the end, we are doing what we're exploring, I guess, the design space of what we can do with blockchains and what we can do with verifiable compute. What always got us pretty interested was, let's say, the rise of mega ETH types of build outs, since there it just makes extremely high sense to us in terms of, okay, you will never beat this kind of latency compared to a sequencer. And obviously there are other trade-offs. Sequencer can rotate around the globe though. But we just feel like, okay, finance is very dependent on latency and especially trading. So it just made us click at some point that you will not beat a sequencer in terms of latency, and therefore finance applications and especially trading should live on there.